Yo, JD here, and as you can see in this video, we are going to be analysing Thomas Ronhaar's pole lap in F1 Esports at Bahrain. And the performance from Ronhaar this event was nothing short of sensational. His pole lap was about 600 faster, so more than half a tenth faster than the next closest driver on track. And I think after watching this lap quite a few times, sometimes the best way to compare something is directly against something else, and that's what we will be doing after this lap. So Nicolas Longuet was the next closest driver's lap that I was able to find, and I think there are quite a few key differences into why Ronhaar had the advantage he did. And I will be doing a separate video talking about his race, doing a bit of an analysis into why I think he was as dominant as he was. I think there were quite a few key decisions he made during the race that may have gone a little bit unnoticed, which I think was a very key element into why he did win the race by the distance he did. But yeah, Ronhaar, we are playing on a land now, and we saw this gap quite often in F1 22, sometimes even more of a half attempt attempts to competition. And we're on a land now where you like to think there's nothing fishy going on, but the way he's driving here in this lap, I think he could have probably even gained a little bit more time, got an exit at turn 2 and 3. I think he definitely lost a bit of time, but coming across the line at 27.0 matches the world record that I believe he already has. So let's compare this with Mr. Nicolas Longuet. You can see, try and line it up as best as I possibly can. So going to turn 1, no real difference in straight line speed. So both 318 kilometers per hour as we go into this turn 1. The braking point is quite similar, but the key difference I find most of the lap between them is just how Ronhaar goes on the throttle. So if you just watch here, it might be difficult to see due to the quality of the video, but he's just so confident on the throttle as it's rotating. And I think through this section he actually loses a bit of time as you see a couple stabs and corrections of the steering wheel. I believe Nicolas Longuet actually gets a slightly better exit as we come into this next right-hander. Braking point is pretty similar again, so just after the 100-meter board. But the theme was that Ronhaar always seemed to carry about a kilometre an hour faster than Longuet through every single apex than any other driver I saw. And you can see as a result of that, on the exit, he gains a very, very small advantage. And it's the same thing as we go through these next sequence of corners. Go through here, having the confidence, just that 1 kilometre an hour faster, so the minimum speed was 1 kilometre always faster for Ronhaar. But going to this one, Longuet actually goes in a little bit deep through this one, so you can see Longuet's actually carrying a bit more speed. But watch the throttle application from Ronhaar. Look how aggressive it is on the throttle. Look, he's almost on 100% already. See, Longuet is still got a little way to go till he gets to the 100%. And you will see it on the exit of this corner as well, to go into his double left turn 10. Braking, just trying to do as much as possible in a straight line. But again, watch the throttle and how confident Ronhaar is. Just that extra 5-10% more confidence. So the speed, quite similar at the apex, but look at the throttle. Just so confident from Ronhaar. It is absolutely insane. And you can see because of that, 3 kilometers an hour, he's up on the exit. Going into this next turn, no real differences through here, but wait until you get to the last corner because that is the biggest difference. So braking point, pretty much similar going into this one, so about 70-ish meters out. Carrying the speed through here, so again, Ronhaar 1 kilometer faster on his minimum speed for every single apex. And then coming to this one as well, the long right-hander coming into here. Let's see what it is. So 165, 163, so 2 kilometers an hour faster minimum speed. So Ronhaar is obviously a little bit up on this lap, so he's a bit further ahead on the track at this point. But even though he's a bit further ahead in the lap, you will see the throttle difference here. So you can see how much he's up. He's almost at that DRS detection point here. But watch the throttle coming through into here from Ronhaar. Absolutely insane. At the apex, he is almost on 100% of the throttle. And Longuet, if you keep watching his footage, he doesn't get there until past the apex. So that just shows the elite confidence from Ronhaar. And I believe is the difference between him and every driver. Just having that confidence. You can see the gap to the line, what a tenth of a second actually looks like. And just to have this control, his ability to get on the traction, I find the most impressive. And that's what we saw on F1 22. And many people doubted whether that was it, including myself, which I think were valid to raise at the time. But I think how he's performed here on a LAN in an environment that he's not used to, where, again, the PCs, they're not his own PCs, it's not his own equipment. He's shown he is the real deal and is the fastest driver on F123 right now. And it's just his ability to get on that throttle, just that 5%, just that split second earlier than the other drivers, and get to 100%, just that fraction quicker. Small things add up to make the biggest differences. And yeah, I think that's exactly what he's done here. He just has that elite confidence on the throttle. And because of that, he is able to run a little bit of a lower downforce, which is something I noticed in the race and something we'll be analysing. The drivers are able to change setup between qualifying and the race because they are two separate sessions, and I think he was running pretty much one of the lowest downforce, so he just has that stability and just confidence to get on the throttle. Sometimes with a high downforce setup, it actually makes it a little bit trickier to get on the power. And as you saw, as we're going through this last corner now, you can see that Kasonga has a little bit of an error as he's got on the throttle. Ronhaar doesn't need to make those corrections, but let me know what you think. Let me know what you think some of the major differences are between us. I'll leave you with Ronhaar's app now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you very soon. Peace.